This is Raglan Road in 1904. Famous for its association with a song and famous poem, owners of the Raglan Road pub in Orlando, Florida, began with the idea of starting a genuine Irish pub that would be constructed in Dublin, disassembled, shipped to the US, and rebuilt in downtown Disney, now known as Disney Springs. This restaurant features step dancers, folk singers-songwriters, and Irish chefs to bring the flavors of Ireland to your table. Today, we will be recreating the OMG Burger from Raglan Road. Welcome to Remy's Apprentice, where we believe anyone can cook. For over 20 years, I've been dining at the Walt Disney World Resort and bringing the flavors of magic back to my own kitchen. Let me share some of these recipes with you. Alright guys, welcome to another episode of Remy's Apprentice. Please at the end of the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Today's episode will be the start of a weekly series specifically designated for burgers you can find at the Walt Disney World Resort. So, the most important part of a burger is our meat. We have 3 parts of a lovely cow here, 1.5 pounds boneless ribeye, 1 pound sirloin, and 1 pound boneless beef tenderloin. Seems like a lot, but we will be making this into half-pound patties. We are going to want to slice these into 1 to 2 inch cubes before placing in our freezer for 18 to 25 minutes, just enough time to become firm but not frozen. And also, don't forget to put your grinding parts in the freezer with your meat. Alright guys, now it's time for our hamburger buns. 1/3 cup vegetable oil, 2 tablespoons of yeast, 1/4 cup sugar, 1 teaspoon salt, 3 cups bread flour, 1 egg, and there you go. We're going to want to make sure that our water is anywhere in between 105 to 110 degrees Fahrenheit before stirring in our yeast. Go ahead and add yeast to a sand mixer with dough hook. Add egg while it mixes. When egg is smooth, add sugar. When sugar looks dissolved, add oil. Behind it, add salt. Add in your flour by increments. When your dough begins to pull away from the sides of the bowl, flour a flat work surface to knead your dough. Knead your dough for about 5 minutes and form into one large ball. Now, I failed math, but you're going to want to weigh your dough to make sure you have 8 even dough balls. To form your dough balls into hamburger buns, make sure you cup your palms and push your fingers into the bottom center of the dough. And there you go, hamburger buns. Let's go ahead and throw a towel over these babies and let them sit for at least 45 minutes. After your buns rise, throw into a 425 degree oven for 10 to 12 minutes. While our dough is resting, let's go ahead and grind our meat. Ensure that you're integrating your fat pieces in between your lean pieces of meat. Let's go ahead and season this with 1 teaspoon of salt, 1.5 teaspoons of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon white pepper, ½ tablespoon chili flakes. Mix, cover, and throw into your refrigerator until all other ingredients are complete. Now that our buns are complete, go ahead and throw on cooling rack and let sit for at least 1 hour. Alright guys, this recipe calls for a Jameson barbecue sauce, 6 ounces of ketchup, 2 tablespoons brown sugar, ½ teaspoon ground ginger, ½ teaspoon salt, ½ teaspoon garlic powder. And I know that we said that the recipe calls for Jameson, but I'm an American, so we're using 3 ounces Jack Daniels. Alright guys, there we go, let's make some boozy barbecue sauce. Alright guys, we're going to want to add in our 3 ounces of Jack Daniels to a steaming pot. After it simmers for 5 minutes, add in all other ingredients and allow to simmer for 12 minutes. When 12 minutes is complete, add to a bowl and allow to sit in the refrigerator until we are done with our burgers. Now this recipe calls for fried onion curls. I don't know if that's what they're called, but this is my show. So chop an onion in half. Slice to your desired thickness, whisk egg, add onions to egg, add onions to flour, and fry at 400 degrees until your onion has a color between light brown and dark brown. In preschool, we called that color gold, but due to cancel culture and new theories, I can't say that. Add onion curls to a plate with a paper towel to soak up all the grease. This recipe calls for Irish bacon. All I can tell you is he comes from the Smithfield family. You will know when Wilbur is done when your fire alarm goes off and your bacon looks crispy. Alright guys, now it's time to pat out our burgers. We want to make sure that we bring this all the way to a ½ pound. And they should resemble something that looks like this. Bring your frying pan to an extremely hot temperature before adding your patties. Now this is an Irish burger, and it does call for Dublin or cheddar cheese, so you're going to slice this up to your preference. What's nice about grinding up your own meat is you don't have to worry about cooking it all the way through. You'll be able to cook this to a medium well, or even rare. So what we're going to do is we're going to baste our meat with butter. This will help the meat stay succulent. When your burger hits the internal temperature of your preference, go ahead and add your cheese. Add some of that greasy butter on top of it and allow to melt. Alright guys, let's go ahead and build this thing. Add a pickle spear, and there's the burger from Raglan Road. I may be a little biased, but I'm pretty sure this burger is better than the one that I actually had at Raglan Road. I think it all comes down to the beef. We use 3 different types of cow here versus the one that they use. Perfect cross section, everything turned out great, but this is something you're gonna have to make at home and taste yourself. Until next time on Remy's Apprentice, cheers.